Good evening. Dash, good evening. It's still not working. Awkward intro, love it. Dave, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm looking nice today, right?
Look at his new setup. He's all set up. Dash, we can't hear him, we can't see him, but Dave has got himself sorted out tonight. Look at you. Look at you looking
And it's not
sexy there
even
in the
done yet.
room.
I have even more plans.
All right. Well, give us some likes and subscribes here for Dave's new setup. Let's keep the good times rolling here. It's Tudor. It's what do you call this? The Tudor era? Is this the Tudor era? The start of something special? Or did we just witness exactly what we expected? We might go over this with Dash if he can sort of shit out.
Well, if we get it.
Oh shit, he sent some message. I think I'm having some connection issues. Yeah, thanks, Tim. Dash will join us once he figures his nonsense out. I mean, it's the joy of going live, right? Things happen. But Kajino, Eddie, ciao. Everyone, ciao. Welcome in. Finally, after a couple bad weeks, the sacking of the coach, the potential, I don't want to say sacking quite yet of Gentoli, but he's certainly on the line. And Tudor comes in and we get a 1-0 goal win. Can yield is we'll break it down. There's a lot of good, there's a lot of bad. But I think we're just happy, we're relieved. It's terror ball. We're home again. You know, we feel at ease. Because once again, we are winning 1-0 terror ball. The game was boring. Moments of entertainment, of course, but overall it was very just blue collar and run of the mill. Is not what you've been saying? That's what we're gonna get.
Yeah, we said we will get a lot of running. Yeah, lots of energy, and we got that, I think, at least.
How much was the highlight reel? You said you were checking out the highlights.
The highlight reel was 10 minutes long, but there were boring ass passes inside it because there weren't any interesting plays.
So they just filled it. They had to make it.
Oh yeah,
One of those where they made it 10 minutes, even though it was.
Yeah, it was like the unnecessary anime fillers.
Brutal. How did Berlin do this week?
We won 3-1.
And he's drinking a beer. He's celebrating. Look at him.
No, it's not. It's Fanta. It's Fanta. It's not.
Fanta.
It's not the beer. It's not the beer. No, but hey, we won two games on the bounce, man. Haven't seen that in a while. A 5-1 win and a 3-1 win.
Dash, are you jerking off? What are you doing?
Super gooning.
Hey, finally here.
Nice. For some reason, I've just been having some super weird connection issues.
Well, you're here now. That's all that matters. Kajino Eddie, new coach, but same Coop Miners. He's having the same connection issues as well, Coop Miners.
Oh, I think his were far worse.
Is it still too early to say the verdict's out, or shall we jump the bandwagon? Is the verdict out?
No, that's good. Let's give it a couple of games. Maybe he will figure out something in the lineup. But yeah, do you remember when I said we will play Coop Miners in that 10 half round? You said, take that off my screen.
Yeah, I was yelling at you, and it fucking happened.
Yeah, it was a different setup. It was a 3-4-2-1 in which he played. Wasn't the
he wasn't alone
where he played the 10, but he still played. Yeah,
he was like a half winger instead of like a lone number 10. You know,
if you want, I even have a nice heat map ready.
Oh, give us the heat. Give us all the heats.
Hold up. I just heard it. Hold up. Where is it?
You're blue balling us. You said he had it ready. You're edging. Jesus.
Oh, there it is. Sorry.
Edging.
There.
It's coming.
And it's all over.
Not even.
Here. So there it is. So there are the average positions, right? Of our players. And if we click on that guy here, his heat map, like he is pretty much up front here the whole time. You can argue because of his pressing, but even then, like, there's almost nothing centrally in the middle of the pitch where we ideally would have wanted him. And he's even more up front than Vlahovic. Now, he did what I wanted him to do in a sense. He was the first pressing line, and he was that at Atalanta. But overall, it is connected to him less running because he is already that high up the pitch. Like, he adjusts in front of the center line. So yeah, and this is almost where he's pressing. And ideally, I would have wanted him here in that space where, yeah, right here in between Nico Gonzalez and Locatelli there. By the way, look at Locatelli. That motherfucker was everywhere, man.
As he should be, as we
And
expect him
Vlahovic.
to be. But that begs the question: is Coop in the right position? Or should he be
Honestly,
playing?
he's not. He should be. By the way, I don't like that this is so much congested because Thuram and Locatelli are standing on each other's feet here. I don't like
Mhm.
that. Ideally, I would have liked to them to spread a bit more.
They just lock that center lane.
Yeah, but that is too congested. Like
It clearly worked
because
defensively.
this means build up as well.
Mhm.
And we had 50% ball possession. Like it was 49, but it was a 50-50 game. But if it's a 50-50 game, this is way too congested because this also considers offensive possessions, right? Not only defensive. And for that, it is way too close, in my opinion.
You say a 50-50 game, but this was pure terror ball. Yes, it was 1-0.
Yeah.
But at no point was I feeling like we were teetering on the edge. Because
Yeah.
that
No,
is terror ball.
I meant that in sense of ball possession. Sorry, not
All
not
right,
in the
all right,
sense of
all
the
right.
game was
Just
up in the air. No, it was 49% ball possession to 51 for Genoa, and I just rounded it to 50-50. Like nobody cares about that 1%.
Okay.
No, but honestly, like we were. You can't tell me because you watched the whole game. Were we too left-sided heavy? Because look, if you see this here, right? This is McKennie, this is Yildiz, and this is Lloyd Kelly. And now you go to the right side. Gotti's position is, by the way, right back. Like
Yeah,
he
he
doesn't stand
played.
there.
He only played
He
like
played
25
he
minutes
played
though.
right back essentially in this game.
Yeah,
And
but he
then
only
Nico
played like 25
Gonzalez.
minutes.
Yeah,
So who cares? Like what?
yeah, that's right as well. Yeah,
How about
you're right.
Kalulu? Like what did Kalulu do? I'd be more concerned about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And
Hold up. There's Kalulu. Yeah.
okay, a little further up.
Still here, not a lot on the right side if you compare to what McKennie has done. And Lloyd Kelly here holding the line there.
But McKennie, that is sort of a McKennie position as well.
Yeah.
So Nico Gonzalez did a lot of that.
He did a lot of that.
Yeah, he did. Like between Nico and McKennie, it was wing play essentially.
Yeah.
Nico was a lot more direct and a little bit more heads down. He kind of took the Chico, or if you will, the Chiesa role, where he would just like cut in with his head down and lose the ball. But he was running. He was running at the defense a lot. And McKennie, of course, just doing a classic wing back role and just bombing in on the wing.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, that was it. I don't have a lot to say on Conceição. Honestly.
He was late as well, coming in
that was late as
66,
well.
I want to say,
But
something like that.
Kalulu essentially continued to play right back, was a bit like involved here in the build-up play where he passed the ball around with these guys. So we honestly, it was a decent high line. Like, not, of course, it's not up here, but we played a bit more press heavy, so we were a bit more up front, and I like that, I think.
So
Like compared to the average positions where we were before.
I'm curious about Dash though. Did he make it to the restaurant?
Oh, me? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I made it. I made it all.
Like, what did you do with one foot? Did you just sit there and yell at people, or how did this work?
I just sit there and yell at people.
He was cooking.
TV on in the background.
Yeah, it's cooking figuratively. No.
Cooking with your fingers?
Yeah, with my mouth.
Something to cook. Speaking of cooking, we have to get over the goal. Obviously, the goal. Let's take a little
That
look.
was a beauty.
Well, let's get it. Yeah. This is the official Serie A, so of course we'll get in trouble for it. So first off, it starts with the Coop Miners throw-in. To be noted, they mentioned this because actually something similar happened in Italy, Germany last week, where the ball boy picked up the ball really quickly, gave it to Kimmich for that dummy of a corner where Donnarumma and the rest of the team wasn't paying attention. Apparently here, and we can't see it, but Tudor grabbed the ball and immediately tossed it to Coop, who quickly threw it here. Okay, let's take a moment of silence and repose. Threw it into the back of Vlahovic. Let's keep in mind this is Vlahovic's first assist of the season.
The brother almost costed us that chance.
Let's just take a moment there to recognize this.
I saw that live and I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Oh boy, yeah. So
God,
I mean,
and he had a lot of like weird play like those where he, I don't know, fell over the ball, and
there was another
God
time
damn.
where the ball hit the back of, I don't know if it's his head or just his back, whatever. And obviously it bounced off wherever. And Boca Juniors, Genoa, Verona over here took the ball and whatever. They lost possession, obviously. And Vlahovic was just arms up in there. What the hell? What's going on? It's like, is it the passer's fault that you got whiffed in the back of your head, or is it because you don't know how to move and you don't know how to run, and people just keep on whipping you?
Option C, or option C, he's dog shit. That's it.
So, anyways, that aside, it worked out in Kenan's favor this time. It drops directly to him. So here he is, Coney de Winter, ex-Juventini. Remember the glazing. Never forget. Steps it over and just tucks it. Just tucks it. Done.
Is it this time are we going to debut the soundbite?
Oh, do we want to debut the hype train?
We got to do that for that one.
I haven't played it, but here it is, boys.
Yeah.
There is the hype train. Not only for
this week's hype train of the week goes to Coney de Winter. Everybody telling us that we completely missed out on that fullback, center back, whatever back he is. The only thing that we do know is he is on his back from that play.
Dude, how people again were talking about that. Oh my God.
So there's layers to this goal,
I can't stand how we are glazing that stuff.
But this is what I love about this goal. There's so many different levels. There's first off Tudor being involved somehow. There's Kenan, who was told basically to go fuck himself. He's not Messi and he's a piece of shit. To finally stepping on and getting this goal early on, winning the game for us. To Vlahovic getting his first assist when he literally wasn't trying, which is the best way to have it, really, is just have him as a pylon and get the rebound.
I guess if it works, right?
And the fact that Coney de Winter got absolutely sent to school is beautiful. 4 layers, 1 goal. And that was really the highlight of this entire match. Hands down, it all happened here at the 25th minute. This was the most beautiful part of it all.
Yeah, there were a couple of shots, couple of like boring saves. Yeah, honestly, it wasn't crazy. There was nothing crazy like from neither team, right?
No, there was a couple of looks here and there. Nothing that really stood out. It was terrible. Like, what do you want me to say? It was terrible, guys. It's exactly what we said was going to happen.
I think we were a bit more intense, at least. Like it seemed like we were pressing a bit more, running a bit more with energy towards the opponent immediately.
So is that the new coach power up though? Like, and this is really what we have to be concerned about. Is great debut by Tudor. He showed good composure, getting involved, like getting angry, getting involved with the refs, but still showing enough composure to not get a card, not to really get in any sort of trouble at the same time.
I don't think it was too crazy for saying it was a coach power up. I think it was just a base pragmatic performance, honestly. And we will figure out in the near future if we will have an actual coach power up. Like if we increase the intensity, the more practices he gets, the more he understands the team, the more he plays the players in the right positions. I think it if it yeah. I don't think this was a game to say that it was a coach power because it was like too pragmatic and too boring of a game. So yeah, we will see if and when he increases the intensity of overall of the players, if we increase the pressing, because he presses usually way more than we did. So I guess he played it safe, a bit more safe this game, a bit more
I feel
pragmatic.
so. Yeah, I feel like he took the notch back a little bit, as in he may have went really hard in training, but he's smart enough, and maybe this is where he's learning over time, getting bit more experience, especially knowing he's coming into a team at the end of the season that has been in 3 competitions, has played those games. Okay, we need to manage this a little bit better. We need to get over the line. This isn't a matter of taking a relegation team and just surviving. This is a matter of being a 5th place team and becoming and finishing a 4th place team. Like that's a legit goal, and that is not an easy goal now. Still 8 games back, still sitting in 5th place. And might as well actually.
We are a point behind Bologna. Bologna has 56 points. We are at 55. But because Atalanta lost, we are only 3 points behind Atalanta. So it's still close. But we have a 3-point gap to Roma. So
yeah, so we're still floating there a little bit, right? So it's of course still in the mix. And yeah, as you say, within a game of Atalanta as well, that 3rd place. So there's options, right? Like if either Atalanta or Bologna fall off, that could get us in.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
By the way, Bologna's next game is Napoli. Atalanta's next game is Lazio. Both of them aren't pushovers. So
8 games again.
Yeah, we have Roma though. It will be.
We all
And
have
by
our
the way,
games.
look at Roma's stretch there. 5 wins in a row.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
A lot to play for. Can Tudor do it? So, okay. Yes, there was those stats that the past 10 coaches that came in, it was all positive results, nothing worse than a tie, mostly wins. Igor Tudor adds another win, 1-0, a clean sheet, nice pragmatic win. I feel as well a win that didn't wear the team out. Of note, though, 3 substitutions. Why?
Yeah,
why am I still? Why is this still a thing? I thought we moved on from this.
Honestly, I can't tell you 100%, but maybe because he doesn't trust the others yet.
Perhaps.
So
Perhaps. Yeah.
who did we have on the bench, right? Pinsolio and Perrine, Costa and Rui and Savona. Maybe he's still thinking they are too inexperienced, too young. Bangula, I said like one of the wingers or him and Conceição will suffer like in his tactical lineup. And honestly, I can't tell you why Vlahovic played all 90 minutes and why we didn't get Kolomuani. That I don't understand that one. But overall, I understand the 3 subs, but and maybe he thought it was too tight of a game to change. Yeah, to do something crazy.
It wouldn't have been tight of a. It wouldn't have been tight of a game if he subbed Dusan out. They would have been up 3-0.
So this is where I put on my tinfoil hat a little bit. I feel
value.
Yeah, we're talking about a coach that has to come in and still have some sort of relationship with the management. His job is on the line because if he does well enough, he could potentially roll into the Club World Cup, roll into the 25-26 season as the Juventus head coach. Honestly, who wouldn't want that? He's been relatively mid-table this is his whole career, right? He's what's the best he's done? Marseille, Lazio. He's at Juventus now. So he's fighting for his job. But what do you have to do? You have to appease your boss. Okay, what did his boss do? He spent way too much fucking money on people like Coop Miners and Vlahovic, or hasn't been able to retain the services of Vlahovic.
And way too much money on sacking the coach before.
All of these things. So, okay, I'll continue to play Coop Miners because he spent $55 million on him and he's supposed to be the center of this project. Okay, here you go. Oh, look, he actually is shit. Oh, Vlahovic, you want me to play him? The last guy benched him. He actually might have been onto something. Sure, I'll play him. I'll give him the 90 minutes. Oh, look, he actually might be shit. How many coaches now has this guy gone through? He might actually be shit.
Yep.
So now that he's proven to the world that, yeah, these guys might actually be shit, point proven. All right, next game, yeah, I'm going to do things my way.
And also if you want to recuperate some value, like I know we hate it and it will be bad for our games going forward, but yeah, goddamn, like we have to play them to recuperate some of the value, right? And yes, for 6 to 7 million, it's not a question, of course. But tell me, like, if he was like, would you decrease your salary by 13 to 14? Sorry, he's at 22, right? So would you decrease your salary by 15 million?
Here's the thing. Somebody eventually, one of these mofos, has to figure out that if they don't, they're gonna just end up going to another shittier team and make less money, kind of like Dybala. But I don't think he's the first one. He's not going to be that one. He'll move on.
Yeah.
Or the Chiesa. The Chiesa. Well, I mean, he did the Liverpool thing. He got lucky, but his next. Yes.
I don't know. Did he get lucky? He's not getting playing time.
No, well, exactly. Yeah,
he's earning less than he earned with us, or than he would have earned with us. So.
Been saying the last guy didn't work because him and the GM were pleasing each other too much. No, I don't think this was so much about like pleasing Gentoli, the management. Is more so like, okay, I understand your point. They probably had a meetings like, you got to play these guys, and he's probably like, okay, I understand your point. I'll play these guys. In the back of his head, he's like, fucking idiots. Okay, I'll show them. And that's it. It's not like pleasing. It's more so proving a point. Again, it's a theory.
Here's my theory that's based off reality. Dusan Vlahovic is dog shit.
Okay.
Just that's it.
That's your coach.
I had like Spalletti in my mouth that I couldn't get started out. I had Spalletti in my mouth.
We're gonna have to clip the one where he literally throws it and hits him in the back.
There's a lot of clips. Yeah.
If Tudor doesn't fix that fast, then he's dead to me. I'm sorry. Like I don't care.
He's dead to you. Who, Tudor or Dusan? Because Dusan's dead to you already.
Dusan doesn't exist to me anymore. But okay. No, I'm saying Tudor. Like I don't know, the fact that like he made those comments like Dusan's the best striker in Serie A. I mean, this is a while ago.
But what is he? So he has to say that, right? In my opinion.
Well, those were old comments too that just resurfaced. Let's be clear about that. This wasn't like him.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't him last week saying it.
But even then, like you have to do that. Like you are the team that right now has Vlahovic under contract, so you have to push themselves. Like either you push him mentally and tell him that he's a great striker, which of course he's not, but you have to tell him at least, or to motivate him, or if not, like you have to spread that message so other teams read that. Like As long as we know the truth, and trust me, we know the truth. We know that he's dog shit, but
The problem
yeah,
is he's not doing
you can't
himself justice.
communicate that openly, Dash.
The problem is he's not providing it on the pitch as a counter argument to it.
I know, but you can't trash him like openly as the club. We can't. That's why we are here.
Go got an image, at least a still of Tudor passing off to Coop here before the goal. To throw it into the back of Lavish's head.
Mota would have been standing there just like this, arms crossed, watching.
Well, I'm on Reddit now. If I go to the actually celebrates, actually gives a fuck, actually has some sort of emotion.
It was kind of suspect. I take
that alone.
I was gonna say that those are some very vivid hand motions. Very vivid.
The Croatian way.
Now, the funny thing is because, like, the whole sacking and everything caused that whole uproar with a bunch of videos coming out with, like, the collapse of this and yada, yada, yada. And then someone's like, he was like, oh, no one imagined you would have collapsed like this. I'm like, has anyone not watched me say this, like, during Christmas? I was like, this team is literally one stupid mistake away from utterly falling apart.
Well, what I hated about that is how certain individual decided that he speaks for all Juventini and says things so surely, and I was just like, no, not all Juventini think this way. I know, like, Primo Calcio, I don't know if he's around tonight, but I know, like, for instance, I hear things from Primo Calcio, Anthony Aguici, Vincenzo here, right? Like, we have so many different names that come in and have the same sentiment, or it's like, no, these guys are a bunch of frauds or injuries. Like, and I know I'm forgetting tons of people. I just chose 3 of them. Like, no, there's like a whole community of Juventini out there. There was like, no, we had our apprehensions about this whole project right from the beginning.
And I saw the video and it was like, here's the thing where it's just like, I saw it and he was like, oh, nobody in the summer thought that was going to happen. Here's a clip right here.
Of going all in for the title. Like, it's top 4 Coppa Italia. That's it. Like, that's honestly the bare minimum. Top 4 Coppa Italia. And that's where my expectations are. That's why I put them in 4th. I think there's a lot of things that they have to do, maintain consistency. Also, how do they deal with adversity when things don't go their way? It's a bunch of things that they have to factor in and do. And we haven't seen it yet. We haven't seen those tests. That's why I don't want to rank them higher on the list. Like, for example, Milan's core is still the same.
I said that in August.
Dash.
I said that in fucking August.
Hold up, brother. You entirely preached that episode, but you had to throw with the Milan thing. You have to cut that out, man.
We didn't expect this from Milan though this year.
That one caught me by surprise. But I called our situation to the T.
And look, Eddie here as well saying he called it as well. So yeah, I mean, don't speak for everyone here, right? It's silly.
I like Beppe as a person, but like that comment, I'm just sitting there and it's like, dude, no. There's plenty of people that have been calling this for months.
Yeah.
And that's what irritated me about it. Because I'm just like sitting there and he's like, oh, no one expected a collapse like this. I literally said it right before Christmas. I said, this team is hovering way too dangerously to the edge where they are just one bad moment away from totally imploding. And it happened.
Yes.
And if you're wondering which video it is, please do watch it. It's from Rabona TV. And I do love Adrian. He's one of my homeboys. Just from Montreal there. Fellow Canadian. Lives down the highway. Great content. Has great coverage. And this is not the first time he has covered Juve. And he was teasing this particular video. So I'm glad he did it. I take some reservation when... Yeah, just don't frame it that way, right?
Yeah, it's a terrible frame.
Yeah, that's it. Because like we have our own voice. That's why we have our own platform, obviously. But when it's a platform like Rabona TV, where you have all sorts of different football fans that go to a place like Rabona to get the big general pot, the melting pot of what football is, then yeah, they're not going to go much deeper, right? So.
No,
just misrepresentation. Juventus did huge mistakes with changing coaches every year. It's a mess now. Oh yeah,
It
oh,
has
this is
been a
never
mess
good.
for
Yeah,
5 years now.
yeah.
It has been a mess for 5 years now. The problem is, look, now we did another mistake because we thought, hey, let's go hipster ball, right? We said, oh, let's go try ball possession, keep the ball away from the opponent. We will score, I don't know, 1-0s, 2-1s, and fell on our faces. And the problem is we bought players for an absurd amount of money for a coach that's not there. And now we have to clean that mess up again, like we have been like in the past years as well. So we're in the same situation, and we will again say, "Oh, it's year 0 now," and yeah, try to clean it up, like financially again. You have to sell assets. You have honestly, just because it's financially responsible, we have to sell Vlahovic. I don't know if there's anything to recuperate Koopmeiners, like in terms of playing style, if you can do something to keep him, or
Get
if you just
Gasparini as your coach next year.
of you mean the guy that we are 3 points ahead, why we had a shit season so far?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to clean all of that up. And right now we don't even know who the coach will be. Like, I guess it depends on honestly, if this season turns out good, like the end of it, I am not surprised if we give Tudor another season. So the question is, will we buy for that philosophy, or will we just stay put once again?
I think when you have
And
a guy like
just
Tudor,
try to get rid of assets.
if you keep a guy like Tudor around, you don't need to toss him a lot of pretty pieces.
Yeah.
Again, it just depends what we get.
Yeah.
The direction we go, especially Gentoli, right? We still don't know.
Yeah.
As of now, nice pragmatic win. Things are quiet. Things have been super quiet since yesterday. Eerily so. I don't know if it's because the hipsters have been proven wrong that you can actually get like less possession, less passing stats, less all those pretty things, still get more XG and more actual just 3 fucking points on the board.
By the way, 3 big chances. We created 3 big chances. Gen was 0, even though like they had 51% ball possession, yeah. But
we're playing
it's
Lloyd.
still 3 big chances, and honestly, 3 big chances should be enough to win a game like this. And thankfully, we scored 1. So
we got a clean sheet with Lloyd Kelly.
that's what I said in the
like that alone.
Yes.
That alone,
Yeah.
So there's definitely a lot of that.
That's the only way. That's the only way it will work. The problem is we are a man down again. I don't know. Do we have reports already on how long that will be?
No, and that's part of things being quiet. Maybe because it's a Sunday. There's bruising. I guess his tests are supposed to be tomorrow. Nothing from J Medical yet, so we don't know about Gatti. It's guessed that it's gonna be short term. I don't know if it's like Roma short term, or maybe sit out a game. I'm not sure. Probably tomorrow we'll find out more. But yeah, that could be a loss as well. We don't know yet. I've been saying we got to see another AJC collab. Absolutely. I was thinking of maybe like a post game because we did like the midterm report with them. I was thinking of trying to bring everyone together again for a postseason report. It's like mid season things drag on. It's like everyone just kind of gets in the rhythm and does their thing because we're so busy in actual life as well, and we just try to stick to a schedule.
Yeah,
that's the big thing, right? When you're that busy, you get your schedule. That's why we have it that, and just to make sense for everyone out there, that's why we have Thursday nights, Sunday nights.
Oh yeah,
and then whatever the game is, right? So it's just we know what we're doing. We can plan around it. So yeah, it's sometimes hard when you say, "Hey, Berto, let's do a show," and he's like, "Yeah, great," but then you got to find the time, right? Especially when you're 3 hours away in time difference, all that. So we will. We absolutely will. But like he's busy, where everyone's busy. We'll get it done. We definitely won't though. Will we continue playing in 3-man defense with Tudor? I think that's an easy yes.
And honestly, we were saying the whole season, like with the personnel we have to play a 3-man back line. And Motta didn't do that. And now we are finally doing that. We are protecting all our defenders because we don't have actually great defenders right now. And you protect them if you congest the center of the pitch, and you do that with a 3-man back line. You pull midfielders down. You saw how deep Locatelli and Thuram were still sitting in the pitch, and that's how you don't leak goals with an undermanned backline. So it wouldn't surprise me if we continue. Like, it's not like we will get Bremer back and and that will help us like in terms of personnel. So yeah, why not? Let's keep it that way because play pragmatic. Honestly, use defense as your strength because if you try offensive explosiveness, that's how you get figured out and get bombarded defensively. So
defenses win championships. It doesn't matter the sport. That's how you win the long
or in
games.
this case, I hope defense wins us top 4.
Top 4, yes.
Fourth
Sure.
place.
Yes, we're 8 games left. I get
most cases it gets you championships. In this case, it gets you evaded 4th place.
Yeah.
I take that.
Look, I think, like, for example, the one thing that I see that this team could potentially do well with Tudor is just attack and transition. That's honestly what it should do, and it should just formulate its attacks for that. Just attack and transition. Don't try to build anything up. Don't try to create anything through the middle or anything like that. Just try to secede possession. Try to build in transition. That is the only way it'll make sense for this team with the players that it has currently. There is no I'm just waiting for the hipsters to come out from the rocks that they've crawled under, but there is no
it's too
offensive.
quiet.
It's very quiet, and I am loving all of it. But
honestly, and the change that I would make to be, I agree with you, and and furthermore, I would like to use Nico Gonzalez a bit more up front instead of using him as a wingback in the build-up, because then you have him already up there. And if you have Weah or McKennie is playing left wing back. So if you have Weah, for example, as a right wing back, you can push the ball forward a lot quicker. And that's what I would have done. That's the only change I would have done yesterday, honestly.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I think
front,
that subs essentially Koopmeiners out. So Nico Gonzalez in Koopmeiners position, and we are right wing back. So
yeah, I would run Colo, Koopmeier, or not Koopmeyers, Colo, Nico Gonzalez, and Yildiz. That would be my front 3. That would be probably the more efficient front 3 you would run.
And honestly, you have Thuram Loka. You can easily swap a Thuram a
pushing the ball forward a lot.
No, you don't. You just run Thuram and Loka. They don't have.
Yeah, but like rotationally, right? Put Coop in rotationally. For Thuram, because you can't play him every single match.
Your main creators are going to be Gonzalez, Yildiz in that role. Like, for example, your wingbacks and your wingbacks and your midfielders are effectively there just to push the ball forward. Like that would be the only thing that you would need. Like, you don't even need Thuram and Locatelli to create anything. Just push a forward pass into Gonzalez or Yildiz.
Yeah. And of course, Cambiaso. No, ideally Cambiaso left wing back, McKennie right wing back, but we have no Cambiaso. So yeah, that's why I'm saying Weah right wing back ideally, and Nico Gonzalez right cam. So
yeah. Well, Cambiaso day to day.
I think it was mid-April, something like that. He will be out for a while.
We'll see how he needs a let off, right? He was playing injured, continued to play injured. And you can see he was fed up that last game with Mata, how he was continued to be used injured, and he's just like, no, screw it. You're done. I'm done. Screw this. I'm coming off.
And he did that with a lot of players. Like, he played Koopmeiners with broken ribs and everything the whole time.
Yeah.
By the way, I wouldn't be surprised if we figure out at the end of the season, I don't know, Koopmeiners had a lung puncture the whole damn season and was trying to overcome. I have no fucking
He
idea.
probably has like body dysmorphia or some shit. Like, fuck.
No.
Translation: Thiago Motta's an idiot. That's it.
Yeah.
and then on top of it, he also only used 3 or 4 subs per game.
Yeah, that's something I want to see change. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Like I said, it could be
Haven't
getting
seen
the other
that yet.
guys.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that being said, how do we feel going into this next week? We have a full week now that we are out of all competitions. The international break is over. We're into this one game a weekend rhythm. So we do look ahead to Rome. I know it's a little early, and we're going to come back midweek to hit it a little bit more accurately and close to the point. But are we on the right trajectory now, like mentally, physically?
No.
Mentally, I think, yeah, because you have a tougher coach that will prepare you mentally for the game. I don't know if they're like Tudor is a coach that will help you overcome things mentally, right? Like if Roma, for example, is playing a 3-4-2-1 as well. And with Pellegrini on the left side, Sule on the right side. So it will be honestly a question of who will be more efficient, because it will be like, dude, Ranieri versus Tudor. It may be the most boring match we have ever seen in our lives. So brace yourself for that one. And it will be just honestly who will be able to score that one goal. So, yeah.
No, I think so too. But you also have to take into account that Roma is white hot right now in Serie A.
Yeah. That's
But-
why I'm saying, like, I hope he prepares our team mentally for that.
And that's where I don't know yet, because like this game, like if you saw it the first half when we were in possession and when we were trying to really make stuff happen, we were missing passes, we were misplacing passes. It was catastrophic.
Yeah.
Once we scored and forced Genoa to really kind of chase the game, it kind of settled. But that's where, again, we're going into the Olimpico, and if we don't get a cheese goal up ahead or a moment of magic, I don't know. I'm not confident in these guys' abilities to make plays right now. And Tudor can't do that, right? Like Tudor can get them physically ready or just get them mentally ready, but at the end of the day, Tudor can't make these guys execute. Right now, we've got 1 out of the 6 wins. I'm happy that we got it, but again, we need to get win number 2. Because right now, if you look at it, with Fiorentina beating Atalanta, it's putting things into perspective quickly now. Like you're going to have a couple of teams that are going to be in there, because I think between us and Fiorentina, I think it's a 4-point gap, and a 4-point gap is still something a little bit concerning per se. Because you've got Roma, you've got Lazio, you have Bologna, you have Fiorentina. All of those teams are in the mix.
It's not easy for anybody. Like it's a pain fight right to the end.
Yeah.
Everyone, it's gonna be exciting.
And then the cutoff is Milan with 47 points.
Because
so they are a bit far away.
Who was sitting there expecting Fiorentina to beat Atalanta today?
I thought it was like it wasn't like set in stone, but it was possible.
Yeah, you can never count Fiorentina out.
Did you guys see that Keane goal? That Keane goal was so filthy. He stole the ball and just took it all the way in himself.
Let's talk about Keane real quick, because I forgot to mention this earlier. This is actually working on Yildiz thing, but
the guy we should have kept instead of Dusan.
Yes, yesterday Kenan Yildiz goal equalized the best goal scorer amongst players under 20 during Serie A in Juventus history. 7 goals.
He'll break
tied
it
with Moise Kean.
Yeah, but he also has more playing time than Keane does. He has 2 seasons worth.
Still did it.
Yeah, I know he still did it, but Keane only had like 3-4 months. I think Keane's feat was more impressive.
Which means he should still be Juventino with Fagioli?
Us selling Keane was stupid.
Speaking of Fagioli, it does look like Fiorentina will exercise the redemption.
Of course they will.
No surprise at all. Why wouldn't they? I think it was initially maybe dependent on qualification to. No, I don't think it matters. I think they're just gonna buy it. Buy it like it's a thing. They buy him. Yeah, they can buy him. Yeah, I'm just gonna get him from Walmart.
This is the difference between this is Keane needed consistent playing time. Keane never got consistent playing time with us. That was the issue.
Mm-hmm.
And Keane, like for example, his play style isn't a tactic base. Like today's goal, he literally stole the ball from the center back and took it all the way in. Like even the goals that he has with Italy versus Germany, like those aren't like schematic goals. Like that's just because he's playing more frequently and he's able to get those reps in. It's not like, for example, it's far from it in my opinion. I think Keane's finally gotten consistent playing time because he did it at PSG. At PSG, when he got consistent playing time, he put up 17. And then this season, now that he's getting consistent playing time, he's put up north of 20. And I think he's going to hit 30 goals and assists this season. Like it won't surprise me if he does. And then again, he's replicating it for the Italian national team too. So it's not a schematic benefit for him. So that's where I'm saying like Keane's style is not dependent. Like he can create chances out of nowhere. It's the way that he plays. Keane's not dependent on like a system catering towards him. He's able to make his own shot, create his own goal, has pace and strength to do his own thing. The issue is we just didn't have space for him to play, and that's what ended up hurting us for him.
Yep. Just another one that we let go off to
like,
another
example,
team to do better things.
With Dusan, maybe it is a pressure thing for him, but like he's getting plenty of reps and he's still not making anything happen with it.
Yeah, he has gotten tons of reps. Yeah, he got benched for a month or so under Mata, but that was, well after he got enough chances.
He had 3 seasons worth of chances.
Well, brace yourselves, by the way, for 13.5 million for Fagioli.
Oh, man. Okay. I always appreciate players like Keane, even he had a bad season with Juve, but he tried the maximum. Yeah, he did try a lot.
He did what he could. He did what he was given.
And he's still only 23 as well, right? Like he's been with us in his young formative years, and that's part of it too. Now, especially getting a fresh start, being a little bit more mature, he's probably taking the bull by its horns and making something of it.
Oh yeah, he's the same age as Dusan.
Yeah,
just one peaked early. and that's where I was kind of getting irritated with all this Keane hate that people like, oh, he's not Juventino, he's not this, he's not that. And it's like, dude, he's like 21, 22 years old.
We didn't buy him for 85 million dash. That's the problem.
Like that's where I was getting frustrated with the whole Keane slander was like everyone was like harpooning this kid, and it's like, y'all realize how old, like, do you realize how old he is, right? He's not like 26, 27 years old where he's ready to go. Like when he came back, he was early 20s. And it's like, you want to sit here and make this argument that, oh, he's not a true Juventus, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, he's more Juventino than Dusan was, and people were trying to say that Dusan's more of a Juventus player than him. Keane grew up in the system. So it's like, outside of, when you look at like players that have grown through the system, you have Keane and Fagioli that are probably the two, and then Moretti is going to be another one. And it's like, I sit here and it's just like, I don't know. I'm left speechless because of it, because everyone's like, oh, hey. It's like, dude, he's only 22 years old. Like, lay off him.
But then they'll glaze everyone else.
Yeah, they suck Dusan to no fucking future at that point.
Or just any 23-year-old on the Italian national team, like Ricci, for instance. Not that they're bad, but they're nothing great.
Yeah, there's a difference of like in between good and great players. Like Ricci is one of those that has potential, but we have to be careful throwing in that he has potential to be world class and all of that. Like how many times did we fall into that trap, man?
Same thing with
don't start with Adjic. Jesus Christ, that's just too much.
By the way, when do we think is the point that we will pay 40-something million or 45 million for Ricci?
We've never been like that. I don't know. Yeah, maybe when he's 27.
At that point, he's at Inter on I don't know, loan with obligation for 30 million.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Just because it's Inter.
Yeah.
And then people yell that we should just keep on buying Italians, and then we get fleeced for them by Atalanta. So
Well,
it's
yeah.
not that easy always.
And
Yeah, it
that's what
doesn't always
happens
work
when
out.
you buy in Italy. But yeah, let's keep buying in Italy.
Or the smart thing to do it is you have the young players, you loan them out with just loans, and then you integrate them into your system once they've gotten enough experience.
Like Moretti, speaking of which, he has not gone to the gym
No,
at
he got
all.
fly swatted.
However, there was that one time where he bitched Coop Miners onto the ground. And what does that say? Because Moretti was on the ground. Like, he was watering the grass yesterday.
Happens, right? Happens.
Yeah. Needs to go to the gym. My lord. Does Genoa not have the weight room?
I'll probably have to send him to a German team.
And just curl some salamis or something. Jesus. Well, since the hipsters have hid under their rocks this weekend, there's unfortunately not a whole lot of content to kind of make fun of or even report on. It's too pragmatic. Yeah, it does kind of suck.
Hold up. The Winter didn't own anyone. It's just Vlahovic was trash.
He tripped over himself.
He couldn't find passing lanes at the one touch that he had that created the goal. He got hit in the fucking back. Like,
yeah, was the Winter good or was that Dusan bad?
Like, please tell me if he had one straight good pass or one good possession where he received the ball nicely, or where he, I don't know, turned his back to the Winter to receive the ball and pass it on or something. Like, did you see anything of that? Thank you.
It's waiting for the silence. Since what was it, the Thursday show we talked about it? Have you guys, because it's been all over the place, and I kind of probed you guys earlier, the Studio Ghibli stuff. Dash, because you're a nerd. I was hoping you'd see something on this.
I've seen plenty.
Yeah, there's so much. So the creator is basically saying it's an abomination. Like the OG Japanese dude. Yeah, everyone's still doing it. Isn't that kind of like a kick in the dick?
It kind of is, yeah.
Kind of is, yeah. So like everyone's like, "Oh yeah, look, they're so awesome." Like if you actually like it, and the guy that actually created it is calling this an abomination, you not have any sort of respect about it, any of it. I don't know. It just seems. This is what actually happens when you let humans loose with no restraints. This is why AI has had restraints. They took a couple of the barriers away, and immediately people act like assholes.
Yeah.
Who am I? Who am I to say?
Usually how it goes.
Who am I to say? But that's that. I don't know. It was just to kind of follow up from that Thursday show. Speaking of shows, those who are members already have it. Dive After Dark. It will be released at midnight in 5.5 hours from now. So that's going to be ready to listen to for your morning drive. Make Monday suck less. That's the whole point. Just make it suck less. We can't fix Monday. Make it
Just
suck.
make it suck less.
Yeah. That's what it's there for. Dash Nerd. So he actually gets into why he's injured and why he's not on camera. Why aren't you in your bed camera right now?
Because I was switching between laptop and phone, and I just was like, at this point, I was just like, fuck it, I'll just be camera off. It's not a call-in show.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all right.
the good news is, like, I do have a better update from when you guys watched the After Dark. I am leaning towards the best case recovery for my foot. So.
Ooh, so that's
Listen to
they're gonna have to wait.
After Dark we will record.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait for that info then.
Yeah.
You can't spill the beans.
I'm not spilling the beans. But
okay.
Yeah.
That means no sympathy then in the comments. He's okay.
No, give me all the sympathy. I am an attention whore.
I know Oscar, who is a physiotherapist, did chime in there.
He will still be out for a year with the poor brother.
I know. I still will be out for a while, but
He will be
better.
back though.
Yeah, it's leaning towards a full recovery.
And after he continues watching Juventus for the next 2 months, his game intelligence will develop even into being an even bigger menace on the pitch.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, stay tuned then for the After Dark. That should get you into Thursday. When we do it all over again, do the Thursday show. What day's the game? Are we back on Sundays? Let's see. And the Roma thing is Roma Sunday, 2:45 prime time, baby. Yeah.
Hey, that's a game I may even make it because it's an evening game.
Okay, that's going to be a hybrid show then next Sunday as we roll just into a full out post game.
8:45 kickoff time, European time. So,
yep, the clocks are back to 6 hour gap. We're back there. Yep, we're full. Finally. We're full summer mode. Even though it's been snowing and freezing rain this weekend, winter has not given up. It's a huge pain in the dick. I just want to put my summer tires on.
Oh, it's crazy here. It's going from 20 degrees one day to 10 degrees the next day, 5 degrees the next day, raining the next day, sunshine. Dude, it's crazy right now here as well.
All the climate change, global warming, this, that, the other thing, whatever. It's nuts. The world keeps on turning though, and we'll turn into the next Thursday show. So stay tuned. Like, subscribe, get in the Discord, get in the socials. Dash, give us something corny to fuck on out of here with.
The hipsters. That's it. Honestly, the hipster ball, folks. That's the corny thing to slip out on.
Yeah, I hate slipping out too.
Yeah, I know. I hope the rock that they've went back under to crawl is nice, warm, and cozy. That's all I'm gonna say. And
it gets cold at night.
Thanks, folks, for tuning in. Again, we like to give you the raw content, even though it might not be what a lot of the plebs and the peons believe. But hey, at the end of the day, we're trying to give you all sides to the story. And some people want to be a little bit more well balanced. They should probably reach out to get more balanced takes.
By the way, I would rather be pragmatic and counterattack and win the ball and play quickly for it instead of being pragmatic and passing the ball on for 65 fucking minutes and doing nothing.
So that's our welcome to Juve Tudor show. New coach power up.
3-man backline, man. I'm in.
3-man in the back.